We live in an information-saturated environment. The more I think about that, the more I'm inclined to say it's not so much information as narrative. We live in a narrative-saturated environment. I think that's just becoming increasingly, that's where the metaphor of noise plays in here, right? Just they are living with so many stories coming at them all the time. That's what happens when you kind of turn on the internet or, go to certainly to social media platforms or go anywhere.
You can doom scroll for forever. I mean, I'm guilty of it as much as anybody.
You can doom scroll forever. And what you're encountering while doom scrolling, what is that experience? It's just someone telling you something. It's almost like smash cut to a completely different story, and there's something that matches the traditional liberal idea of the public sphere in all of this. All kinds of different views, let them do battle and let the truth emerge.
It's a marketplace of ideas sort of mindset.
Yeah, the marketplace of ideas. This is complicated because what you have is something that almost represents, you could say, an apotheosis of the idea of the liberal public sphere. But what's the reality of it? The reality of it is being stressed out deeply. There's just a tremendous relationship between media consumption, news consumption, and anxiety.
That's one of the things I like about the Signal is it's not necessarily, you're not trying to create the news. You are just trying to explain the news and explain what's going on to people who have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, and I think you're pointing to the relationship between this kind of the fundamental approach to the editorial work. Questions first. Like I say, we never think, okay, something's happening. What's our take? Absolutely irrelevant. No one needs that from us. But what are the questions? And that's really the kind of simple idea that we build it around are what are the key questions that these events are raising? We want to say part of the IP of the Signal, right? It's the idea of the primacy of the question. Well, what are the questions that are underneath the surface even? And then who can we find who we can talk to about those questions? Fundamentally, that's at the heart of everything we do. Everything the Signal does is just some kind of response to the question, what is happening? Now, just to take a step back there, when I was at The Atlantic, for those 7 years, we grew the audience by 10x. But in order to do that, the way that we were doing this, the way that we were succeeding was a problem. And so it was profitable, the Atlantic, for the first time in, I think, 150 years, whatever it was at the time. We won industry recognition, we won prizes. It was all seemed pretty good. And in many respects, it was. But from my perspective, I started to become more and more uncomfortable with you'd hear people, very, very earnest people, kind of quite casually refer to the attention economy, and that's what we're a part of, and so that's what we do. And, we had chart beat up on the wall, and you could see in real time where people's attention was going. And this was sort of normal. I didn't mind it. I thought, no, our people can handle it. It's fine. It's just data.
And I feel like especially in that moment, you have to, it's almost, when you're in that moment and you see kind of the views going up and you see the amount of people who are paying attention going up, and you see the kind of on the big screen of where people's attention are at a time to, at any given moment, it's almost like it's hard to think outside of that in the moment, I would imagine, whenever you see the success on the wall, literally at that moment.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. In a way, you putting it that way, it's hard to be introspective. It's almost like the shape of an attitude, the shape of what Bourdieu called the habitus, the kind of like conditioning ethos of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Of the institution, of the industry, of everything. And it has you thinking a certain way. I mean, and so the conclusion that it might have taken me a while to get to was that, in a sense, we're drug dealers. The drug is dopamine, and it comes from inside the body. So we're not actually giving it to you to put into your body. But in a sense, that feels like a technicality at a certain point. I'm not saying that describes the Atlantic, but it was a tendency. Do you see what I mean? And it was a tendency that went directly to the business model. But this through line hasn't gotten any weaker. This connection between the way people in digital media think about their work, their job, what success looks like, and a business model based on engagement has gotten stronger and stronger and stronger.